Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the silver skillet in my little bitty kitchen. It's still really super cold outside, so I thought maybe you guys want to come over, hang out for a little while, chill with me, and let's make something to warm us up on the inside. So I'm going to make black-eyed peas with andouille sausage in my Instant Pot. But to go with it, I wanted to make some cornbread, and I want to try out my new cool pan. I don't think I've made any cornbread using this pan yet, so this is going to be kind of fun for me. My cornbread, I omit sugar. A lot of people love sweet cornbread. I will eat a sweet cornbread, but it's just not my preference. My preference is more of a southern cornbread. And you can make Mexican cornbread with like chiles in it, or you could add half a can of whole kernel corn to your cornbread. You could put pretty much whatever you want to in your cornbread. The only difference is that southern cornbread, they kind of omit that sugar. So I personally like mine with a little bit of jalapeno and smoked paprika. So let's get to cooking, shall we? Melted my butter down, so we can go ahead and quickly go through this list of ingredients. Go ahead and put 1.5 cups of water in the bottom of your Instant Pot. Spray your pan with nonstick spray and find your sling. Get yourself a couple of farm fresh eggs, one from Amelia and one from Bedelia. You're going to need 1 cup of buttermilk, or you can just use 1 cup of milk and add your tablespoon of vinegar, and that will give you the acidic reaction that you need in this recipe. You're going to need 1/2 cup of melted butter, which is the same as 1 stick or 8 tablespoons, and it needs to be unsalted. Then you're going to need 1.5 cups of yellow cornmeal, 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. I don't have any kosher salt on hand, but I can use my coarse sea salt interchangeably with that. The only difference is going to be that this salt's going to have a little bit of iodine in it, where kosher salt doesn't have any added iodine or other minerals added in. And then for my recipe, I add a little bit of sliced and diced jalapenos. Not so much so it's going to keep you up at night with indigestion, but just enough so you get a little hint of that heat. And then I, of course, love smoked paprika. I use it all the time. My favorite place to get it right now is from Mountain Rose Herbs, and I love their organic paprika. I think earlier I might have said that you don't add any sugar to this. You actually can put like a tablespoon of sugar in this recipe. It's just that if this was a sweeter cornbread, of course you'd be adding more sugar to taste. So go ahead and mix your dry ingredients in 1 bowl, and then you'll add your liquid ingredients in another. All right, now we get to be creative. So my dry ingredients in 1 bowl, my wet ingredients in the other, my paprika. I don't know what you would call that. I love paprika. So I just kind of go on color. When I can start seeing little tiny specks of red, I know I'm there. I would say a teaspoon. Oh, there it is. Yep, I can even smell it. Smell that smoky paprika. Oh, I love that stuff. Okay, and then you're going to add your wet ingredients to your dry. And then I added probably a scant tablespoon of jalapeno to that. Like I said, you don't want it to burn up your esophagus on the way down. You just want a nice, pleasant heat from it. Or at least that's what I like. Now I'm going to add it to the pan. And then I'll probably top mine off with just a little more paprika. All right, and so just because this is how I roll, I just like a little tiny bit of extra paprika on top, just because I think it makes it look pretty. And then I like white pepper, not much at all. I told you I'm always going after that heat. And did you know that chefs drop their seasoning from high above because it disperses more evenly that way? I didn't know that. Who knew? All right, I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to cover it tightly with this very noisy aluminum foil. Just pretend that I covered that real tightly. Then we're going to lower it in there, close our lid, and cook on high pressure for 35 minutes. Well, here we are. Now, if you need anything else, I want you to just run and grab it. I'm going to put us on some Wayne Toups music so that you can experience that. And in the comments section, I would just love it if you would leave a few words about a culture that you experienced that will always stay near and dear to your heart, like Louisiana food and music will always stay dear to mine. Ça c'est bon.